Well, shalom, y'all, and happy Hanukkah. Welcome to episode 39 of Cocktails for a Crisis. We're going to celebrate Hanukkah tonight. I had told you we were going to make another round 2 of hot drinks, but I realized it's the third night of Hanukkah, and so I thought it would be appropriate to do a Hanukkah cocktail.
Plus, it's 65 degrees today.
And it's 65 degrees today. That's right. It's hot out there, and I didn't feel like drinking any hot cocoa. Although this one is going to be kind of warm in some ways, as you'll see. Tonight's featured cocktail is called the Hanukkah Light. That's right, the Hanukkah Light, and you're going to see why. So the suspense is building. All right, and it's a kosher drink as far as I can tell. I spent about an hour trying to make sure that everything that I put into this is kosher. So I hope all my Jewish friends, if I've broken some kind of law, Hebraic law, I hope you will put it in the chat, and then I'll revise my recipe afterwards. But I think, based on the 5 websites I went to, I think I'm okay. All right, so here we go. So normally we would use the shaker because this has got juice in it, but we have a casualty, friends. My cocktail shaker died last night. We're not quite sure what happened, but we can't get the flipper thing to flip. So we may see if we can take it in and get it serviced, but it's a dead soldier for one of my dad's old cocktail shakers, but it'll be okay. So we're going to use the mixing glass here tonight, and so we're going to start off with some vodka. We're going to put 3/4 of an ounce of vodka. Oops, that's too much. Well, here we go. That's about right. 3/4 of an ounce of vodka. We're going to put a 1/2 ounce of white tequila. It needs to be white tequila. All right. And then we're going to put in a 1/2 ounce of our old friend Cointreau. This is a late addition to the party when we were working in the lab. It seems to make everything taste a little better. All right. And then, to give it that Hanukkah blue color, we're going to put 3/4 of an ounce of Blue Curacao. There we go. Look at that beautiful blue, Hanukkah blue color. And then we're going to add about a heavy teaspoon of lime juice that I've already pre-squeezed. Just a little splash in there. There we go. All right. I think that is it. All right, so we'll get that mixing up like that. And then we'll add ice. Gonna chill it. I'm a little worried about the ice. I don't want it to get too wet. You're going to see why in a second. So we're going to stir. I'm probably not going to stir the full 30 seconds because I don't want it to get too diluted. Okay. And then we're into our Nick and Nora. So. And then we're going to use a little Everclear. Now you got to be careful with Everclear. This is like 190 proof. I mean, this is explosive stuff. But we're going to top it with that because we're going to light this thing. We're going to have a Hanukkah Light. And so I encourage you to do a little reading up on Hanukkah to learn the significance of that. So remember, we've done this before. When you float it, you use like a teaspoon to kind of get it to stay on top as much as you can. And then just kind of gently drizzle it in there. I did it earlier, and I ended up adding a little extra to make sure it lights. This stuff is potent. And then you want to make sure you're going to set this way out of the way. You don't want that bottle to blow up on you.
And perhaps put the cap on.
Yeah, you can put the cap on, but I live dangerously. But all right, so you want to turn that light off over there, Erica? We're going to turn this light off, and so it really needs to be dark. And you probably want to get close so you can see this. So we're going to light this. Hopefully we didn't wait too long. You see that? Looky there, friends. And I'm gonna blow it out. It's pretty though. You don't want your glass to get too hot. because now I'm going to burn my lips on that. No, it's not too hot to burn my lips. I'm going to turn the lights back on. You know, I've had some pretty good Jewish friends in my life, and I think of Hillary Gerson. We went to high school together, and her brothers Marty and Gary. Gary's one of the funniest guys I've ever known in my life, and just great people. Gary Hartz, Lisa Berry, Jillian, Nolan, her 2 kids, Nathan and Portia, Libby, my friend Libby, Amanda and Roger. We went to a great Jewish wedding, and you know, I've always wanted to learn more about Hanukkah, and I did some reading today, and I encourage you to do it. It's about miracles. It's about fighting for what you believe in. It's about dreidels, you know, this little game you play. It's about, you know, it's about faith, and it's about, you know, I think faith and fighting for what you believe in is what I kind of captured from the story. That may not be what you're supposed to get from it, but that's what I got from it. And so I'm going to raise a glass to Bunny and Alan Gerson, the Gerson kids' mom and dad, who passed away, but who were just great people, and I always remember them growing up. And, you know, to be Jewish in Morristown, Tennessee, you know, that'd be a challenge. But these guys were great champions of their faith, and not champions, but great exemplars of their faith, I think, and their kids are great too. So here's to Alan and Bunny, and here's to all of you. Cheers, friends.